Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
We are the best in the world at what we do.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. You're now listening to WrestlingHeads Radio. I am Skip, and I'm here with Oscar. What is going on, man?
What's going on, man? Hey, we're missing somebody, aren't we?
This Tom.
Okay, just missing Mr. Tom. Oh, yeah, he's, I don't know, Bo Leafy somewhere.
Tom is absent for today's show. So shout out to Tom. Hopefully, we get him back on soon. I think he's busy with work or whatnot. But yeah, today here on WrestlingHeads Radio, got a lot to talk about. All-Star Extravaganza. We will be talking about that. We'll be sharing our predictions. Talk a little about some quintessential pro. There's been some add-ins in that show. AWS, they got a big show coming up in September. We also got Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. They have another show coming up, too. These are all SoCal shows. Yeah. We got IWL, another SoCal promotion that's got something going on. And we're just going to shoot the shit on like a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. So what do you want to start off with? Ring of Honor or what? First, before we start off, let me have everybody hit us up at 760-454-1107. We're actually going to go ahead and get into this quintessential pro update. There's been some updates. A lot of people have not that were on the card is not going to be on the card. So I think we should go ahead and cover that real quick. Serena Dibs was supposed to be on the card, and she will not be making it. Also, Julian Hall is another supposed to be on the card that will not be making it. But let's go down the card real quick. It's actually quintessential pro. They're actually having their it's like a women's tournament, and there is some men that are going to be there also. But let's go down the card real quick. So we got Veda Scott. She's gonna be going against a surprise opponent who want to say I'm not sure who it is, but the person who that got added in, I'm gonna maybe guess is that person. Think the surprise opponent is Hudson Envy, who's AWS Women's Champ? That could be a good one. Or maybe someone that she could be familiar with. I was also told that, I think I can remember Heidi Lawrence, she got added in as well. Because she's from the East Coast, but I want to say her and Beta had some matches before in the past. So maybe you might put her in.
I think she's going against Christina Von Ehre.
Oh, she's going against Christina. Okay. So,
yeah.
Still a mystery opponent for this card, right? Or this tournament.
Yeah, for Miss Veda Scott. You got Candice LeRae going against Laura James. Eva Lise is in the she's actually in it. Now, that's one girl who I actually would love to see live, who I haven't got a chance to cross paths with. I believe you're going to probably see her next weekend.
Oh, are you talking about Eva Lee Valdez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely I'm going to go to those Triple Al English show this weekend in Boyle Heights. Yeah, it says she's scheduled to be there, so yeah, she's supposed to be there, so yeah, most likely I'm going to see her this weekend.
Yeah, so she's going to be going against Camera.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw her in AWS a few months back during the women's tournament.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's like her name, right there, Kamara, something like that. Yeah, she's from Arizona.
Yeah, Kamara.
And just recently, she was a Rosebud recently during the time when they were here in town. Well, you know, like with talent from Championship from Hollywood as Rosebud. So she was a Rosebud for that one episode of SmackDown, which I want to say was last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So that's going down with the women's tournament. That is actually the first round matches. So it looks like they're, looks for their first women's champion over there at a Q Pro over there. So, but also you got B-Boy versus Johnny Yuma.
That's interesting right there. That's interesting because there's another match in that card. It got me a little head scratcher, and but Yuma could go solo. I mean, he does single matches. I believe he goes to Oregon a lot and does single matches, and or he gets to the northwest part of the United States. He could do single matches up there. But over here in LA, in the California scene, we all know him more as a tag team wrestler, as one of the members of the Rock Monsters.
Rock, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned because his partner is actually also part of this show, Johnny Goodtime and Joey Ryan, and I believe they're roommates. Actually, they're going to be going against Los Luchas.
Los Luchas. Yeah, Los Luchas. Yeah, very familiar with them. They used to be in championship wrestling from Hollywood back in the day, and I see them live a couple of times. Actually, we see them live at AWS, and I remember you used to yell out Lucha.
They're always it seems like they're like regulars at AWS. They're always there.
Actually over here in Los Angeles, the Lucha scenes, not only just AWS, but other Luchas events, they've been having around like in the, I'd say the Southgate area where the AWS is, and Hemet, the UIPW, like those Lucha Libre shows, they're like everywhere pretty much. You see wrestlers with masks on, Lucha Libre style. They're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, and this one, which I'm definitely pumped to hear. You got Adam Thornton.
Thornton.
Their champion.
Yes.
He's gonna go against Kyle O'Reilly for the championship. That's a big deal. Like I was having a conversation with some folks. And I was saying I don't think they will book Kyle, just to come all the way to Las Vegas, to lose. I mean, Kyle's got to be going over as their new champ.
You never know. I don't know of what's the promoter name? Allen, right?
Say it again?
What's the promoter's name? Allen, right?
Yeah, Allen.
Yeah. I don't know if he has like a little. He can say he has a lot of love with this Adam Thornstowe guy because he made him his first champion, and from his first defense, he defeated Drake Younger right before he went to WWE, and I don't know. You see a lot of this guy. I don't know if Allen was involved. Adam Thornstowe had that one PWG match against Tommaso Ciampa a few months back, but I just think Allen really likes this guy a lot, and you never know. I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Kyle O'Reilly at that Coincidental show in Vegas. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Kyle, and I'm not gonna lie, Kyle has been kicking ass in Coincidental. The last show I went to when they had it over here, he did defeat Brian Kendrick in the match of the night. So if you guys have not seen that Coincidental show, I recommend you to see it. I mean, that was probably the best Coincidental show I attend to. It was better than the first time I went, and I was told it was better than the second show. But this show we're talking about with this women's tournament, it's their fourth ever show, and they're doing it outside of California for the first time. So I recommend you guys check it out. I think you can go on YouTube, and you can see the whole show right there pretty much in different parts. So, and also you can watch the first...
Tickets are only $18 pre-sale, 20 day of, doors open at 7:30. Bell times at 8. It's at Las Vegas Roller Hockey Center. So that's interesting right there.
I'm gonna guess. I want to guess this arena is gonna look like a CCW arena. You know how CCW been having like their arena like an ice hockey place. I got a feeling it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with Quintessential Pro. And
yeah, we
Alan,
might.
and I don't think there's going to be a DVD. He said so. There's no.
Okay.
So if you want to catch that, you know what to do, people.
Yeah, I would love to attend the show. That's like 50-50, you know, because Las Vegas is just 4 hours away from us. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And it's my birthday weekend that week too. So
yeah, and you know it's crazy because just like remember the first one when the Bucks went against the Bad Influence.
Yeah.
They basically had like the matches for free on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can catch these matches somewhere on YouTube for free too.
Yeah, and people, you can actually see Drake Younger leave me hanging on the first show, so it's all good though.
Shout out to Drake Younger. Definitely doing big things. Speaking of Drake, I actually saw this photo of him and Kevin Steen with their kids. Which is pretty dope. See these guys definitely living the life.
Yeah.
You know, in the WWE, healthy kids.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yes, SoCal Wrestling. Also, we have AWS coming out here. Is it the 28th, I believe? Or is it the 26th?
This month, yeah, it's on the 27th, and yeah, because I know because the IWO is the 28th, the day after that AWS show, so it's got to be the 27th.
Actually, it's on the 28th. It's Sunday the 28th. It's two shows. They have two.
Yeah, AWS, yeah, they're having a back-to-back show, actually, because AWS is doing another joint show with IPW and Hemet. That's the same day as IWL. That's on a Sunday. And both of those shows headline Sabu. So.
All I know is Sabu is going against two tough dudes I've seen in the ring. B-Boy has won the first night for the AWS title. And then he's got Cholo the next night.
Yeah. I mean, I was there that last show he was against Cholo, and that match was actually brutal. And I did not know Cholo had the guts to like go, hardcore to extreme. Like because I remember when they had that match, I thought that Sabu was going to get fucked up in those thumbtacks, but actually it was Cholo, the one that got fucked up, and he had the balls to do it. So he actually took those spots that a lot of wrestlers don't want to do today, like get fucked up by thumbtacks and Kindle sticks and all that shit. I remember I could go back when he wrestled against TJ Perkins. Perkins, he even said in the show when we had him on, he's not really a hardcore guy, but that match he had with Sabu was really good, and he actually went hardcore. He was throwing chairs like Sabu did and all that stuff, but he didn't do any spots where, going through thumbtacks and all that shit. He didn't do none of that. So, and I understand, he's not a hardcore guy. I cannot picture TJ Perkins a hardcore guy at all. I mean, but he did his thing, and him and Sabu had a good match, and I give props to both those guys.
Yeah. Also, at that AWS show where B-Boy is going to go against Sabu, you also got Famous B going against Ridiculoso for the AWS Light Heavyweight Championship. Ridiculoso has been that Light Heavyweight Champion for a long time. I think it's time for Famous B to take that thing off him, to be honest with you.
He actually just won it back. Remember Cadillac won it, and then
lost
it too.
Let me correct myself. It seems like he's had it for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just seems like there's a little gap that Ridiculoso didn't have it, and then he won it back. I think it was because what I witnessed, or maybe you were there too. what happened with Chris Cadillac, that's why he dropped the title.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what happened, you know. Because, you know, I'm sorry, but I just want to point out that if you remember that during that AWS title run of Cadillac, or he was going after the title, there was actually a little storyline into it. And unfortunately, Cadillac lost the title for some weird reason, and, you know, Ridiculosis has it again, so.
Yeah. So, but that's definitely what's happening with that. You got those two bad dudes, Los Bandinos. They're gonna be wrestling a mystery tag team. I don't know who this is. It's a big question mark.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Well, actually, this AWS show is called Lethal Lottery, right? And I believe it's almost kind of like, you could say, the Raw roulette thing. I could be wrong. If you guys are like AWS, you know, marks, you can say, if you want, you can tweet me at Sinister632 and correct me, right? I mean, but I'm assuming this thing is going to be like a Raw roulette type thing. So my guess is whoever's booked at that show will team up against Los Bandinos. Like, example, it could be like someone like Che Cabrera teaming up with Weird Conversation, like Mikey O'Shea. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
It could be something like that. You know, I want to say that they're bringing a mystery tag team from us, like, oh, the Young Bucks are coming in. No. I mean, it would have been something like that. I don't see that at all.
Yeah, I'm looking at the people who are also booked. You got Che Cabrera, you got SoCal Crazy, you got Sasha, Tyler Bateman, Cholo, basically the regular.
You know what? You know what? Remember how when we had Che Cabrera on? Remember you were like, you would like to see him and Sasha become tag champs? Well, just imagine that Lethal Lottery thing end up getting the tag title shots, and there you go. Your match that you want to see is going to happen right there.
Hey, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, for those that watch SoCal or wrestling or attend SoCal shows, Sasha and Che Cabrera are red hot. You know, I love their like little stable that they have going on. You know, so it would be nice to see those two take those titles from Los Bandinos. Which, not saying Los Bandinos, those guys have been killing the fucking game lately too. I don't think they've lost yet since they became champs. So
yeah, they says right there, if you go on their Facebook event page, that they have not been beaten. No one has not beaten them in AWS. And when we had Tito on like a few months back, he said it himself, since he debuted in AWS, Los Bandinos has not been beaten. So actually, Tito and hopefully Rico, this Papa Tito's actually doing big things right now.
Yeah. Also, we got Hudson Envy, AWS Women's Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, look out for that name because that girl is about to be doing big things in the world of professional wrestling. She'll be going against Leah Von Dutch. That's the chick that manages with, right?
With who?
She's the one that manages Mandel, right?
No. She's actually she's from Shine, actually, I believe. Shine. She does one of those shows.
I don't know why from looking at this this photo, she looks just like the chick. That's why.
No. I'm if you guys are familiar with Shine Wrestling, I'm hopefully Matt from the Weekly Podcast listening. But if you're familiar with Shine, that name was probably familiar right there. And I'm pretty sure she does Shine on a regular basis. So yeah, that's where she was actually from here at one point. She did shows here in AWS a couple of years ago.
She's actually going to be on the Day 2 show too. She's going to be going against Camera.
okay. The same one from Quintessential, right? Yeah,
the one.
Yeah, like I said, she's an Arizona regular from shows out there. So, and I guess she does shows here. She's starting to doing shows out here. So, yeah, that's some interesting. That's interesting. So, yeah, that's very cool that Bar's bringing some talent outside of California over here. Remember how we were like, bring what's her face over here? Actually, just Sparks. He might do it.
Yeah, he's known for bringing people like LaFesta. So.
Yep.
But also, ladies and gentlemen, in the SoCal area, the league guys know Sabu will be signing at the Wrestling Guys store on the 27th. So make sure you guys check that out. You want to meet Sabu?
Well, actually, you know what? This has been announced today that Sabu's actually having both days at the Wrestling Guys store. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area, he is going to be signing on Saturday and Sunday. They're both in different times. I want to say that Sabu's signing at 3 o'clock on Saturday, West Coast time, and Sunday I want to say 5 o'clock. Yeah, he's doing back-to-back signings on that weekend at the Wrestling Guys store.
Everybody go check out Sabu. I also want to say the Wrestling Guys store, they also have Farouk, a.k.a. Ron Simmons. He'll be hitting up the Wrestling Guys store, too, same weekend.
Yeah. You know what? I'm planning actually to go out there because I already met Sabu. He's a cool dude. I mean, shout out for David for bringing in Sabu. He's a great dude. He's an ECW legend. But I never met Ron Simmons, so I'm planning to head over there and say some damn to Mr. Ron Simmons. Do some Nation of Domination post from him, you know?
Hey, if I was there, I would take a picture with him and throw up the Nation of Domination time.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will be getting into some Ring of Honor talk. Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza this weekend. It is going down. Great card. All I'm saying that the Ring of Honor bookers are doing a hell of a job right now with Ring of Honor. I've been enjoying all the bookings and all the storylines that they've been doing lately. Definitely keeping my eyes, open. So we're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get into that in a few minutes. So if anybody wants to get involved with the Ring of Honor talk, call us up 760-454-1107. Share your predictions with us. There's a tag team that will be joining Ring of Honor's All-Star Extravaganza, and that team goes by the name of Monster Mafia. Monster Mafia will be there.
It just pretty much been announced today, and pretty much on Facebook, any other social media actually just announced that Monster Mafia will be there. I don't know. I have a question. Are they even called Monster Mafia in Ring of Honor?
I just think what's the name? Just changed his name. Ethan Page. I believe he's.
I know. I don't even like that name, to be honest with you. But hold on for a second. Now we're talking Ring of Honor. I think we got Matt on the line. Let me put him on there. Mr. Matt Grant, Weekly Wrestling Podcast. What's up, man?
A couple things to throw out there, actually. What's going on, guys? I find it a little weird. Somebody brought it up a couple days ago, and I found it weird ever since. Page had to change his name because, Ethan Page, Adam Page. But Josh Alexander hasn't had to change his name. And Cedric Alexander, anybody?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Adam Page is barely even used.
It just seems really weird. Okay, that was just the one thing I really wanted to throw out there. The second thing, actually, a couple other things I came across. Bobby Fish just announced on his Twitter that Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks will be the main event of All-Star Extravaganza, not the Ring of Honor World Title match between Michael Elgin and Jay Briscoe.
The Bucks are always fucking main event.
You know what?
That's not a surprise to me.
Okay, look. That deserves a main event spot. Okay, why would I? Okay,
But doesn't that show a bit of a lack of confidence in Michael Elgin as champion? Wouldn't you think?
I don't think it's lack of confidence. I just think like those past 2 Ring of Honor matches of Young Bucks and Red Dragon, they were awesome. They were great. I mean, why not have a third match, a main event? I don't think losing confidence in Michael Elgin is the reason why it's not main event. And plus, you know, is anybody interested to see a Michael Elgin versus Jay Briscoe match? I mean, I don't think so.
I'm not. To be honest with you, I can care less about Jay Briscoe in the main event. Honestly, my opinion, like, I was cool with the Briscoes, like, doing the tag team thing. You know, they were tagging up for a while. I mean, why is Jay Briscoe in the main event anyways? You know, it should be somebody else. Maybe Adam Cole should get a rematch, but I do like how Cole is getting his shot, you know, at proving, you know, I mean, he's already proved himself, but he's getting a chance to wrestle AJ Styles, one of the best in the world. So, you know.
I was never a fan of Jay Briscoe being a part of the title scene. I was never a fan of that. And I don't know why they keep putting him in there. I just never get it. I just don't get it. I'm sorry.
I guess solidified as an ROH original. I guess that's his reasoning for it. But the other thing I wanted to throw out here is, according to ROH's website and according to their schedule, it seems like for the next 6 or so months, we're going to be getting at least one pay-per-view every month.
Whoa. Nice.
Nice.
Here's the list. Here's the list down right now. September 6th, All-Star Extravaganza. October 9th, Bennett's Bachelor Party. October 11th, Champions vs. All-Stars. November 7th and 8th is Survival of the Fittest Nights 1 and 2. December 7th, Final Battle, and then there's a show in Philly on January 24th. All set for pay-per-view.
So what's up with the pay-per-views?
I thought that Final Battle will be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Well, maybe they're just going to put all these shows on pay-per-view, and then they'll put, like, Final Battle on pay-per-view as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I mean, I would have sworn a little press conference they had a few weeks back when they announced the new location for Final Battle that they're going to have
they announced a new location. Yeah. I don't think they announced anything about pay-per-view.
Yeah, they announced it, and then they said that, you know, it was going to be on pay-per-view. So I'm assuming they're going to have what they had at Best in the World. There's going to be an pay-per-view and pay-per-view.
I mean, but I don't know. Either way, I'm going to tell you like this. I am happy that Ring of Honor is, you know, back on the pay-per-views. I mean, they have a great product right now, and I'm looking forward to see more of what they got going on this year.
Hold on, Mike. I have a question for Matt. What pay-per-view, like, what business are they in? Are they using Ustream or?
They're actually going to be hosting them on their website. They're still going to be, like, working with Ustream, but they're going to be hosting them on their website.
Yeah, because a few months back, I remember boy over here, ROH Code, he mentioned that, you know, the Ustream was going to be out of the wrestling business. There was all these fear around fans that New Japan was going to be no longer on Ustream. So then, you know, we don't know what's going on with New Japan, and I still don't know what's going on with New Japan and the Ustream thing. So, yeah. But to be honest with you, I
know for sure the G1 Climax was on there.
Yeah, I never had a problem with Ustream. I mean, I guess the New Japan show, which I didn't really watch live, I was still sleeping. I ended up watching it the next day. That people were complaining about Ustream at the last New Japan show. So I don't know. I never witnessed any problems with Ustream. Even when I watch those Santino shows on Ustream, I never had a problem with them. So.
But yeah, just definitely want to throw those out there. That's big news for Ring of Honor getting back on pay-per-view on a consistent basis.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a happy camper. So yeah, looking forward to see this one this weekend.
which we should go down the card.
Hell yeah.
I'll take. Hey, Skip, I think you have
Awesome
a caller
card,
on
by
line.
the way.
Hold on, Skip. We got another caller on line, and it's Mr. Bruce Kraft. What's going on, Bruce? Bruce, you there? Bruce.
Are you sure it's Bruce?
Yeah, he's taking a dump right now, I believe, but it's Bruce. I looked up the phone number. Hey, no, it's not Captain Comic on. Anyways,
let's go down this card then.
Hell yeah.
Mark Briscoe versus Hanson. One thing I want to say about Hanson, which it sucks that his tag partner, got in the motorcycle accident. But this guy is probably the better one out of the two, in my opinion. So Mark Briscoe and him, I can see like a hard-hitting type of match with these two.
Continuing on the whole Briscoe's War Machine thing, I guess, without the partners involved.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe if, his partner was healthy, it probably would end up being a tag team match, if anything. But
I wonder what would have happened in that case, because Briscoe wouldn't have been in the main event. Who would have Elgin defended against then?
I don't know. That's a good question, too. I'm still thinking Cole probably would have sneaked his way in, him and AJ somehow.
A lot of people were saying Zack Sabre Jr. since he had booking dates in between Bola and Evolve.
Shit, that would have been nice. Zack Sabre Jr. is killing the game right now. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never followed Zack Sabre Jr. On a regular basis. I know our friend Chris, ROH, told us about him. I finally got to witness, him at a PWG Bola, and I enjoyed his work. And for those that know that I'm a big, technical type of wrestling fan, I enjoyed all his work that weekend, and it would have been great to see him in the Ring of Honor. So, but Mark Briscoe and Hanson, if I had to predict out of these two, I would have to go with Mark Briscoe because he's Mark. He's definitely a fan favorite, so Mark Briscoe would be my prediction.
I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to go Hanson. I feel like the win could be big for Hanson right now, and I feel like they're going to take a risk on him going singles until Rowe comes back, because Rowe's going to be out quite a while. So I'm going to go Hanson.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of agree with Matt. Mark Briscoe is putting over guys in Ring of Honor. I'm pretty sure they want to see what Hanson can do by himself. So why not start off having him beat Mark Briscoe? If Mark Briscoe beats Hanson, what's that shows you? What's that shows to you can say the board of directors of Ring of Honor? What's that showing the thoughts of Hanson? He ain't shit without his partner. So I think it makes more sense if Hanson does win this match.
You guys both have great points.
It ain't gonna hurt Chicken to take a loss.
You guys both have great points. I don't know why I didn't see it like that, but it definitely just like what Oscar said, it definitely wouldn't mean nothing. Both of you guys actually said this. It wouldn't mean nothing if he lost. What is it gonna do for Mark? So
yeah,
but I don't know. I'm still going Mark. Next match: Cedric Alexander versus Silas Young. Two of the hottest things going on in Ring of Honor. Man, I don't know. This match could be like one of those matches where, you can have Silas Young win so this feud can continue. Or you can have Cedric win and have Silas, attack him after the match. So it can go either way. But for some
somehow I think I'm gonna go with Cedric, because Cedric is red hot right now in Ring of Honor. He's killing the game. I know the other night I was watching the match with him and Kyle O'Reilly, and those two definitely did their thing. So I'm gonna go with Cedric for sure. Silas Young, and I see that those two continue their feud. So
I almost feel like ROH has dropped the ball with Silas Young ever since the whole Kevin Steen thing. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but Silas has really not done shit since that whole Kevin Steen feud, and I hope we kind of see him pick up some steam here. Sorry, Cedric, but I'm going Silas.
Damn.
I wouldn't say they dropped the ball. I think it's really too soon to say that he did or not, but I understand why Steen went over is because he still had plenty of time left.
I had no problem with Steen going over. It's just the fact of, like, you had Silas in that high-profile situation, then he went back to doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, okay, I figure. I get you. But would it have been nice if Silas did go over Steen? Like, if Steen was like, that was his last match for sure, and then Silas did beat Steen. I mean, there would have been plans for Silas right now. You know, he could probably have been running out that he ended Steen's ROH's career and everything.
I think that would have been a hell of a lot better than what they did with him.
Yeah. Great minds think alike, right?
Whatever.
So who do you have winning?
I definitely got Silas.
What about you?
I'm going for Cedric Alexander. They're doing something special with him. I don't know why, but I feel like they're doing something special with Alexander. Beating Roderick Strong in that final match they had, their rivalry, and he had a title check against Elgin. I just think they got something going on with Cedric, so I'm going Cedric.
All right. We got Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian going against Roderick Strong and Jimmy Jacobs. I'm going with Bad Influence for sure.
No. They're the Addiction now, Skits. Come on. Get with the time.
The Addiction, the Influence. The Addiction Influence. All right.
The Bad Addiction.
All right, the Addiction. I'm gonna try to stick with calling that. But for right now, I'm gonna call him Kaz and fucking Daniels. So Kaz and Daniels.
I'm going to agree with you. I feel like Roderick Strong is going to separate from the Decade. I feel like that's just coming. Just from his tone with our interview the other day before Bola.
That's exactly why I had chose Chris and Frankie, because of that interview. Basically, he made it seem like, you know, I'm trying to get away from those guys. I got better things than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it seemed like to me. So I feel like Roddy and Jimmy are going to have some sort of miscommunication, and that's where you're going to see Kaz and Daniels really succeed there.
Yeah. So, what about you guys?
I'm going The Addiction. You can see that's a new tag team name. It's just that I think they need a big win in Ring of Honor. It just seems that they don't have that big win. I think they just need it. So I think this is it right here. So I'm going.
Is Roderick Strong and Jimmy Jacobs really a big win though?
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. Like, what have they done since they came back? Honestly, I mean, they had great matches, but they didn't have that win. But I'm saying the reason why I'm saying this could be a big win because what you said, imagine that the way you said that happened, that could be the way that Roderick Strong can separate from the Decade. You can say that they caused that. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why I'm taking the Addiction.
All right. No Limit. Ring of Honor TV title match. My boy ACH is going against Jay Lethal.
Oh, it's motivation.
I'm going to go straight up. Yeah, it is definitely motivation time. ACH has been red hot in Ring of Honor since Best in the World. So, I think it's time.
So
Toronto's always been hot for ACH too. Like the past 3 shows that I've been to in Toronto with ACH on the card, the crowd freaking loves him. So it's gonna be great to see the reaction to him against Jay Lethal, who has like major heat right now too. So should be a fun one.
hey, back on ACH, not just, what he's doing in Ring of Honor, but he's red hot right now, in like wrestling period. Like for those that, that heard what he did at PWG this weekend, like he's definitely red hot.
PWG, man. AIW, AAW. This guy's everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah, he's definitely getting over at PWG for sure. I don't know if you guys saw his new T-shirt, ACH 316.
Oh,
hell.
shit. Oh, hell yeah.
I know Oscar's going to get that.
Maybe.
Hey, if he brings it to the Ring of Honor, if Smash happens to book him again, I will definitely be grabbing that. That's amazing.
But you already know, I'm always going for ACH on here, and sometimes Oscar, he's always getting on me for it, but Team ACH, man, motivation.
I got my arm up like ACH right now. Motivation, ACH.
I guess the answer I'm going to say will shock Skip, but I am going for Mr. AC motherfucking H, baby.
About time.
This guy's deciding to stop hating on ACH finally.
I never hated on ACH. I don't know why you guys saying that.
Hey, let me tell you exactly what happened at PWG when ACH lost. Oscar was like he hit my fucking like shoulders, like told you, like come on, bro.
Come on, it's Kenny Omega. But anyways, yeah, I just think, like you said, ACH's been red hot. He's been doing his thing. He's impressing me, and it was kind of like, I don't say I admit, it was kind of bullshit what happened in the first Jay Lethal ACH match, but I think this time he's going to win this one.
Yo, that match tore it up on TV, though, regardless.
Yeah, it is. Or I could say internet, my laptop screen, because we don't have Ring of Honor TV here in California.
Fair enough.
Let's go ahead and talk about the next match, which actually is a okay, here it is. I actually just put it up. Okay, you got Adam Page and BJ Whitmer versus
my boys.
Moose.
Oh, no, you didn't go in order, man. Come on.
Go ahead.
My boys, the Monster Mafia, Josh Alexander, Ethan Gabriel Owens. Okay, you can take over.
Is it named Monster Mafia? Matt.
Yes. Monster Mafia. Oh yeah, the Monster Mafia name is sticking in Ring of Honor. It's just the Ethan Gabriel Owens thing that changed.
I was for sure gonna keep the Mafia last, but so you get the Mafia, you got Moose and
Streak.
I'm actually
Streak.
Streak.
Come on, man. How can you go wrong with R.D. Evans?
Yeah, R.D. Evans. Oh shit, the preview just came off PWG. I'm sorry about that. And you also have the last team of Caprice Coleman and how do you say this guy's last name?
Watanabe.
Watanabe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Every time I always see his name, I always want to say Wannabe for some reason.
Hey, I've had to call him on commentary quite a few times, so I've gotten used to the name finally.
Okay.
And Watanabe. Watanabe, by the way, I just want people to know if you haven't seen Watanabe and Jay Lethal's match, and Jay Lethal's match, you need to go watch that.
Or catch him and Chris Hero from Smash Wrestling. Check it out.
I've heard I've heard a lot of good stuff about that, and I believe that match is for free, right?
Yeah, on the Rival Schools card. That's correct. Yeah, smash-wrestling.com. So
that's definitely happening right now.
for Ring of Honor. So I'm gonna go with Monster Mafia. I don't give a fuck.
I can't believe I have to say this. Monster Mafia is not gonna win. The new streak's gonna go on. R.D. Evans and Moose win.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going Moose and R.D. Evans.
But I promise you.
No, I'm being biased.
I promise you there will be some sort of Monster Mafia sign making that pay-per-view from me. I promise.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm being biased. I honestly don't know who I want to win. I just want to watch a good match.
Oh, hell yeah. Monster Mafia all day.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have Adam Cole, baby, versus AJ Styles. I'm going for Cole, man. I'm sorry, AJ.
Is this the part where I'm supposed to bury AJ Styles? No. As much as I want Cole to win and cue the suck my dick chance, but he's the IWGP champion, and Cole seems to be on a downward spiral right now, so I'm going to go with AJ Styles, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm going to tell you why I'm going for Adam Cole, because Mike Bennett's going to come save the day.
That's a very good point. Bennett and Maria are scheduled to be there, so I didn't think about that. I thought they were going to be there to screw Jay Briscoe, but that's a really good point.
Well, for me, here's a good one. It can go either way. Fuck, man. Okay, I'm gonna go. Shit. Fuck it, a draw. I see what you. AC. I said ACH. AJ Styles.
Skits is getting outvoted tonight. Shit.
Yeah, it is what it is. A lot of people not a lot of non-agreements with me tonight. So.
Hey, you just being biased, man.
Well, I don't know about the last match. I didn't want to say I don't agree with you, but it was a tough one to pick right there. So
it definitely is. And that match, I've been waiting for that match to happen. To be honest with you, I thought it should happen when Cole was champ. But
that's what I thought. It was going to be Cole versus Styles, champ versus champ at Final Battle.
But
you know what, Ben, you never know. Like like you said earlier, Matt, there's going to be more IP reviews coming up, so Cole could just, you never know, he could probably win the title before Final Battle. So we got, 3 months away? So.
Yeah, we still got a ton of time, and there's quite a few IP reviews in between now and then. I think there's 3 or 4, so.
Yeah.
So next up, 2 out of 3 falls, Ring of Honor tag. You know what? Let me say that. Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Title match. Michael Elgin versus.
Elgin.
Yeah, of course, Elgin. I don't have to say Jay Briscoe's name. Michael Elgin. He's in Canada, his hometown. You know, he's in his backyard, so he's gonna get the W.
Hell yeah.
I agree with you, Skid. It doesn't make you feel special.
It's all good. I don't have to feel special, you know.
I'm not going to be an idiot to pick Jay Briscoe to win the whole thing, so there you go.
Who the hell is going to be picking Jay Briscoe?
Whoever picks Jay Briscoe needs to jump off a roof. But anyway.
Mysterious Mexican will pick Jay Briscoe to win it.
Probably would. All right, 2 out of 3 falls. Ring of Honor Tag Team Title match. One of the best tag teams in the world, Red Dragon, versus another tag team is one of the best in the world, the Young Bucks. This is like a dream match. 2 out of 3 falls, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you guys jealous?
Man, I am jealous a little bit. But, you know, you should be jealous that, you know.
Hey, don't go there. Don't go there.
You should be jealous that I got to see 3 of the best tag teams in one building at the same time. So.
You son of a bitch.
But first fall, who you guys got?
I almost feel like Red Dragon's going to solidify and go 2 falls to none. I don't know why. I just feel like Red Dragons had those little moments where they, drop the titles and then they win them back. I feel like to solidify their loss against the Young Bucks last time, they really have to be dominant in their victory. Either that or the Bucks are going to go 2-0 out. I don't see this going 3 falls for some reason.
I see it going 3 falls. I see Fish and Kyle going over the first. You know what? Let me take that back. I see Bucks going first. Then I see Kyle O'Reilly and Fish going back-to-back after.
That's a pretty bold statement.
Sorry, Bucks. I don't see the Bucks winning. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish they're on a fucking tear right now. I mean, if you listen to their promo, these guys, I love how they shoot their fucking promos. These guys are so cocky with it. Saying they just got the fucking jet. You know what I mean? From New Japan. These guys have something to prove. So, if you want to. If a Red Dragon want to, wrestle with the best, they got to beat the best. So I see them beating the Bucks, and maybe later on in the future we see them back in New Japan. So
maybe. Just a side note: if the Bucks lose this match, I'm pretty sure they'll be losing 2 tag team title matches over the weekend.
Man, what's the other one?
They'll be at Squared Circle Live facing Aeroform, Flip Kendrick, and Lewis Linden.
And then they'll be coming out here in September. They're going against Monster Mafia.
And they're going to job out to the Monster Mafia, too. No, probably Bucks are going to beat the Mafia this time, I think.
I think the Bucks might take those titles unless Monster Mafia really about to be out here in California like that.
Either that. Yeah, the Bucks will take the titles, and they'll have a third match. Hell yeah. Set that shit up.
Monster Mafia, huh? Those are your boys. That's
my boys.
What's going on. All-Star Extravaganza, people. But I didn't get Oscar's thoughts on the match.
The hell, Oscar?
Yeah, you get me, Skids, for some reason. You just bust a match there. Well, it's going to go 3 falls, and I'm sorry. I'm going for Red Dragon. I don't see Bucks coming in, only unless they secretly somehow agree with Ring of Honor. They're going to be showing up on a regular basis, but I see Red Dragon winning this one.
Seeing their schedules for the next little while, and the talk I saw with them on Smash TV, the Young Bucks with Scott Hunter, talking about their future, I have a feeling we're not going to see the Young Bucks on the independent scene for too long.
Okay, do you believe they're going to WWE?
The way they've been teasing it, and especially in that interview, it kind of seems like they've got something up their sleeve, whether it be WWE, whether it be something else.
I doubt they'll go back to TNA. If they're playing something big, it'll be WWE.
And especially with them signing Steen, and possibly, they've had their interest in Adam Cole, too, so who knows?
Oh, Matt Rushmore coming to WWE. Why not?
You never know, right?
It's funny. They have been teasing like crazy. I remember that one tease that they put up. I guess they typed in on Google best tag teams in the world or something.
Yeah,
they popped up.
Yeah, because, I don't know if we discussed this match, but, Chris, he did mention to me that, why not show off their talent in the big stage? I mean, what is left for them to do in the independent scene, They
were actually telling a story on Smash TV how they fought the Uso brothers in a dark match for WWE.
Yeah. I never seen it, but that dark match, whoever recorded, if you're not live crowd, just send it to me. That's Sinister 632. But anyways,
this fucker.
But anyways, I would love to see a Young Bucks Uso match right now, to be honest with you. I mean,
Time out. Breaking news just announced. 2CW Tag Team Dream Match. Champions, the Dudley Boys versus the challengers of the Young Bucks.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Where is this
We
event?
were just talking about the Bucks, and the Bucks get
Friday, November the 1st in New York. I may be hitting this up.
I think the Bucks are going to go over. I'm sorry. I don't see the Dudleys winning.
I definitely had to throw that out there.
You mean Team 3D? The Dudleys are dead.
Well, they're 2 CW champs, so.
I know they're 2 CW champs, but they're Team 3D for right now. They're not the Dudley boys. When they start wearing glasses and stuff, they're the Dudley boys. But
I think
anyway,
Bully's. I want to say Bully's not with TNA anymore.
I know he's not in TNA anymore, but the problem is the WWE owns the Dudley boy name.
Wait, they're not in TNA anymore. What's going to happen about the TNA Tag Team Title Series? Oh, no.
Well, the Warriors will be back, and the Wolves will be back by October. I saw Davey Richards post they're looking for bookings in October. So
I was talking about who's going to team with Devon. No Bully Ray.
Devon's probably going to go back to testifying.
Yeah, I think Devon is still part of TNA, still under contract with them, but Bully no longer is. But he is scheduled to appear for Bound for Glory weekend for Team 3D entry in the Hall of Fame. Their Hall of Fame, you can say.
It's crazy because I don't know if everybody, if people are even focused on Team 3D even going to the Hall of Fame. Are people even, aware that they're going?
Do people even care at this point?
I want to be honest with you, I forgot.
Should TNA even have a Hall of Fame at this point? Like, really? It's kind of pathetic.
I mean, we have this conversation all the time. I mean, everybody, all wrestling fans. We all know TNA shouldn't have a Hall of Fame. And if they do, I don't think the Dudleys are the ones, or Team 3, we're going to call them, are the ones to go in now. Maybe some guys like.
How do you not have AJ Styles, Samoa Joe,
exactly.
Christopher Daniels, Jeff Jarrett?
That's the first person I said is AJ, Christopher Daniels, just like you said, like Samoa, like the OGs, the ones that put the show on the map.
It drives me nuts.
But it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to bash TNA right now.
Yeah, like you guys were chanting that PWG last weekend. Fuck TNA.
We were saying fuck TNA.
All right. Well, we got I guess Bruce is ready to talk now. What's going on, Mr. Kraft?
Yo. Just been listening in.
What's up, Kraft?
What's going on, man?
What's going on,
Bruce?
Bruce?
What you been doing, dude?
Just listening in and trying to catch up on results whenever I can, just like on my phone, just living on the road, whether at work, at school, or growing my business, or saving people in a hospital, just doing my thing.
Yeah, man. We got there in Boulder weekend, man. It was awesome.
I have to, mention PWG again. You missed a hell of a weekend, dude. A slow motion match, bro. Probably my highlight of the weekend, dude. Wow. If you were there, bro, the match was in slow motion. The fans were in slow motion. It was the best, dude, I swear.
What do you mean by slow motion?
Like, the guys are moving slow, and the fans are moving slow. YouTube it, slow motion wrestling match, and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay,
you might find
I'll take a look.
YouTube it, and you might see a Chikara match having slow motion, and PWG.
It was the best thing ever, dude.
Oh, I've seen the Chikara slow-mo match before. I haven't seen one on PWG though.
Oh well, shit. We definitely had one, and
it was
so
you want to
funny.
fight it,
the shit was so funny, bro, because Tommaso Ciampa was putting his finger in Chuck T's ass, no homo, in slow motion, and Rich Swann is standing right in front of us, like on the apron, because it's like a 10-man tag match or whatever, and he looks at the fans and he slobbers. It was the funniest thing I have ever fucking seen. Because it was slow motion.
He slobbered?
Yes. What? It was funny. Like, the way it happened, because he moved in slow motion, slobbering. It was hilarious. Wow. Oh, man. the thing is, I don't think people are going to get the DVD. They're not going to see it. Whoever was sitting in that area saw it. Shit was too funny. Shout out to Rich Swan, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Rich Swan. And, yeah, Bruce, if you're going to get any of those DVDs, if you want to see that slow motion, pick up Night 3. That's when it happened.
Gotcha. Well, usually when Bola does DVDs, don't they offer 2 sets? Like one is one by individual night, and then another one is with both nights combined together?
You have to buy them. No, you have to buy them individual because I already bought night 1, and then I got to buy 2 and 3 separate.
Oh, okay.
What was I going to say? I remember you texted me asking was Steve Austin there. No, ACH. There's this guy that came from the New York area, and he had like the Stone Cold vest on or whatever. And I guess Kenny Omega took it from him, and he was beating the shit out of ACH with the vest. And I guess ACH was not gonna let Kenny Omega, basically beat him up with the vest. So he took the vest and put it on and started doing Austin's whole moveset. It was the greatest thing ever. And that's how ACH got the new nickname, Stone Cold ACH. So yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, man, shoot the fucking shit. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that are interested in the WWE DX, they're on the Monday Night Wars. I want to say the DX version to see how DX started or whatever is now on the network. So go check that out.
You know what? I haven't seen that one yet. The newest episode.
I haven't either.
But yesterday I just saw yesterday I barely saw the Embrace the Attitude one. That was pretty good. I enjoy that shit. It's like funny that if you go back to those days, I mean, I was still barely getting into high school when the Attitude Era was going on. But then when you watch them and then, now you're older, you get what they're saying, like the whole Val Venus thing talking about when you play it or then it gets hard. I'm like, holy shit. I didn't really know that. Now you get older, now you know what he's talking about. So.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
And Val Venus be like, I come first, and I come again. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn, all this shit was going on, and all these riddles and shit, it was like riddles to me when I was back in those days,
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
What's going on?
So, how was that DX Monday Night Wars? Because
honestly, I really enjoyed it. The Monday Night Wars thing seemed to be really well done. It seemed to be like both sides of things, not just like, hey, we're the WWE, we dominate everything, no matter what. Okay, bye.
Yeah, because they did mention a couple of times like how they screwed up in WCW thing. Like, for example, I think it was the second episode they admitted that they fucked up with the whole fake Razor, fake Diesel chain.
that's the most pitiful thing ever in wrestling history. As a fan, I was a fucking youngster knowing damn well that wasn't the real fucking Razor and the real fucking Diesel. You know what I mean?
It was a trip though, because I remember during that time, my uncle came down and watched that episode, and my uncle was like, "Okay, how can they be in WWF if they're wrestling a match right now on Nitro? Like, how can that work? They didn't get it. He didn't get it or whatever. Maybe he thought that Nitro was taped, but it was live. So you don't know what was going on. And all of a sudden, we hear Razor Ramon's music. I thought that was Scott Hall, but it was not him.
Yeah, it was Luke. Who the fuck was it? Was it Luke Gallows? No, it was Kane.
Luke Gallows.
It looked
Kane
like
was,
it looked like Bruce.
Why the
it
fuck
looked like
Luke Gallows?
It kind of looked like I want to say a really beefed up version of the Brooklyn Brawler.
It was Kane. One of them was
Kane.
Kane.
Kane played Nash.
Yeah, he played
Yeah,
Diesel.
one of them was
Kane.
Kane.
Right, he played Diesel. But Razor looked like a really beefed up Brooklyn brawler with a lot of 5 o'clock shadow put on.
Yeah, the shit that the WWE used to do to us kids when we were young. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to throw it out there, AAW, they just booked Jimmy Jacobs versus Matt Cage. For those that are not familiar with Matt Cage definitely can go.
He's the homie.
I remember watching the feud with Matt Cage and ACH over there at AAW. For those that don't watch AAW, you guys should watch it. They're based out of Chicago. But him and Jimmy Jacobs, they're going to be, their match has been booked. So be on the lookout for that. Actually, the date of that is September 12th. So be on the lookout for that. It should be coming soon. So in the next couple of days. So, and yeah, you were right about the whole the Dudleys and the Young Bucks. And for some reason, they're called the Dudley Boys. I don't know why, but hey. What else we got going on in the world of the independents? Ricochet is actually number 1 on the Indie Power Rankings. Just to throw that out there.
Well, yeah, he deserves it because he is he won the Bowl tournament. He's having, like I said on Monday, he's having an awesome 2014. So, yeah, Ricochet deserves it to be in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, definitely. Glad to see that the Indie Power Rankings did a smart move over there. Also at AAW, you got Ethan Page and Michael Elgin. They must defend their AAW tag titles. They're still fucking champs, huh? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched AAW in a while. Man of the fucking year.
They haven't defended the titles in like months.
They changed their name to Unfucking Breakable Eagles.
Really?
I don't know. Unless somebody hashtagged it. I'm over here looking at something. If they did, that's fucking sweet.
As far as I know, they're still the Men of the Year.
Yeah, I think somebody just hashtagged it.
Either way.
So, but that would be a fucking sweet name still.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey, you know what? Back to the Indie Power Rankings. How the fuck did fucking Brodus Clay get on the fucking top 10?
He had a 5-0 week, believe it or not.
They're actually putting him over there, huh?
Yeah, I guess Brodus Clay's getting some work and being put over, so it's an interesting scenario going on with him right now. I mean, some guys were getting fucking like 9-0 records a few weeks ago during the week. It's like, holy fuck. Just a matter of how hard you want to hustle and how hard you want to get booked.
Yeah. I was going to go ahead and go back to this Team USA versus Canada at Smash Wrestling. Taylor Hendrick, she's going to be going against Leah Von Dutch over there in the tournament that you're not going to be attending.
You know, there's a ton of circumstances going on with that situation. We wish we could attend that show, but there's 2 shows going on in Hamilton that same day. It's one of those situations where we wish promoters wouldn't book on the same day because we don't want to be in predictions like this, but unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to be able to attend that tournament. It looks like it's going to be an amazing show. Definitely not going to say don't go to it if you're in the area because that is going to be one heck of a women's show. It's probably going to be better than 95% of the Ontario independent shows normally. So definitely check out Smash Wrestling's Can USA Classic 2. And if I'm going to throw out a cheap plug for us, we're going to have some Smash Wrestling coupon codes for free events in the next couple of days to lead up to that show.
So, hold on, does that mean that are these coupon codes for, like, we can watch some shit on
we have
Smash Wrestling?
we have 4 free coupon codes to give away for shows. So we're going to be giving those out on Weekly Wrestling Podcast over the next couple of days.
You don't want to give your boy Skits like one for free? Like, what's good?
Nice try, man. Nice try. I'm on to you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have this conversation a little later. AAW. I just noticed that they just booked my girl Candice. What the fuck? I love it. Friday, October 17th. They're gonna have like a females type of show. It's called Jawbreaker.
Yeah, they have Kimberly booked as well, and I believe Heidi Lovelace because she's the Heritage Champion now.
Yeah, I see her right here. Hey, I just want to hear Oscar's thoughts because we see Candice LeRae a lot, and I actually talked to her the other day, and I told her good luck in Cleveland, and we already know she's going to the UK, with the cutest tag team. And now she's doing, she's basically going to the Chicago area with AAW. And for all those that don't know, at the last PWG show, when Joey Ryan was in the ring, we got chants like, "We want Candice," or, and Joey got booed. And now we're going to see Candice, she's out here doing, like, her own thing. This is a big deal for her.
Fuck Joey Ryan.
Wow.
The hatred of
That's
Joey Ryan's going everywhere, even in Canada.
Like I said, the guy's not getting booked without Candice. That's it.
Damn.
Sorry, he's booked for SoCal shows without Candice. That's it, guys. That's it.
It's the truth. It is the truth, though. But what's your thoughts, though, Oscar?
Well, I'm pretty happy for her. She's being booked in other places besides the SoCal area, and that's pretty much how she started off with the SoCal area. And I'm actually happy for her. She's in AIW now, AAW. She's there all over the place. It wouldn't surprise me if Ring of Honor does another what's called a Women of Honor show, and Candice LeRae gets booked in that. It wouldn't surprise me. So they are
working on a women's division apparently.
They need to, because honestly, I think Ring of Honor should have worked on that a while back. And if any female needs to be the face of the women's division, it has to be Veda Scott, hands down.
It's going to be Mandy Leon. She's a ROH homegrown.
I don't know why I said Veda Scott, or she has to be either the fucking top heel.
Maybe because you're saying that because she is always there, pretty much. But I mean, to be honest, I would like to see her give it a try. Because I've seen Ring of Honor in the past. They tried, had a women's division. I remember freaking Taylor Hendricks was in the Ring of Honor at one point.
Hey, I can name probably about 5 or more Canadian women's wrestlers that would deserve to be in that division. People like Leia Von Dutch, Lesius, Sparks. It could be an interesting division if they give it a chance.
Yeah, definitely. See what happens. Ring of Honor bring women. I mean,
let me ask Bruce, what's your thoughts on Candice? Getting booked at all these places.
I hope it ends up leading to her getting picked up with like a long term with one of the big 2 or big 3 if you include GFW at the end of the year. I hope it stays this increased booking that she's got, which we knew was going to happen after the stellar performances that she's been putting on with PWG. I just hope it leads somewhere. I hope it doesn't just fizzle out with her having nothing to show for it, and I hope the other bigger companies take notice and actually sign her. I hope she could just ride the wave and take advantage of it, and deals come her way. I hope nothing but the best for her. She deserves it.
By big 2, do you mean WWE and Ring of Honor or WWE and TNA? Just questioning.
I'm thinking WWE and TNA.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's hard to say, but it's kind of the truth that the big 2 right now is WWE and TNA. Because I gotta say, a lot of people think Ring of Honor is really the same company, but I'm sorry, I just think TNA is biggest one. But who want to go to TNA with the situation, the network problem, and everything? You know, who wants to go to TNA right now?
Good point. But let's not get back on the TNA train. I was just throwing it out there for question.
I mean, it's something that we've talked about with the guys of going back and forth, who's the true number 2, Ring of Honor or TNA, but we could go back and forth and even spend a show on that.
New Japan.
Or even New Japan could be number 2, you know. But either way, I hope it results in a long-term... Even by Canada going to Japan, that'd be great.
New Japan could be number 1. New Japan be putting on a hell of a matches. Like, what the fuck? Like,
nobody's the top of the WWE. Nobody.
Hey, Bruce, better watch out for 3 for All. That could be coming up pretty soon. They're going to be in the El Rey network, so who knows? And you're actually bringing in some big names.
Who is?
3 for All?
No, what, Oscar, what promotion?
AAA. They're having a...
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. They're going to be getting U.S. They're getting U.S. TV also. Yeah,
they're going to be an El Rey network, which is, you can watch... I know DirecTV has it, so you can watch it there pretty much. They're going to be in a national scene. You know what? It's just the other... If Triple R can't get a national scene, why can't Ring of Honor can?
It's because of the lack of funding that management's willing to put into it. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. When people do online social media scoring, when people do online, like, and this has nothing to do with social media, when you do web penetration just based on, like, search results through Google, Ring of Honor sucks hardcore against TNA. TNA at least gets it that they have to put a lot of money into funding into advertising, whether it be social media or just through hyperlinks. Say it again?
I'm glad somebody saw that. I retweeted that, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I saw that. So I'm glad somebody else paid attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, as much as TNA has the production value, TNA is having the money, their in-ring product as well as their story is suffering, and that's where Ring of Honor is. But Ring of Honor is not putting any money to get more markets. I think TNA has access to more markets, even though they're not just pulling in people, maybe because they're already soured on the brand, but that doesn't change the fact that TNA still has access to more people. They're also hitting more people through advertising. There's more, again, social media and web presence. That's something that Ring of Honor management just doesn't get because they're a lot older. They don't understand the value of it for the newer generation, and sticking with Sinclair is actually holding them back from blowing up in a lot more markets in the United States. And I'll give you a perfect example. Sinclair has no strong penetration for Southern California for even normal cable providers. And that's kind of sad considering that's like it's like a huge base for wrestling, especially independent wrestling. That's kind of a travesty. How do you not have, for a majority of your cable providers for Southern California, how do you not have Ring of Honor on there? Before you used to have them on HDNet back in the day. Now that they're completely 100% with Sinclair, there's no Ring of Honor penetration, so I can't view it regularly. I can't DVR it, and that's going to go with the same of 80 to 90% of people who follow independent. The other 20% are going to be the people who follow it like on the web, they stream it, or they just watch it on the Ring of Honor website, and they just watch it like on their phone or on their tablet. So they really need to either step up their penetration through TV channels or step it up with online marketing and social media big time, because they're not doing themselves any good, and they're always going to stay that way as like the better product, but not going to be seen if they don't put any money into advertising and funding. And I don't see that changing anytime soon, unfortunately. Their big jump to pay-per-view was a good idea, though. That was different. It caught a lot of eyes, and it was successful. But now they're going back. They're taking steps back to bring iPay-per-view into the fold. No, fuck it. You've graduated. You've moved forward. You don't take two steps back after you take, or you don't take a step back after you've taken a step forward. If you've already done the normal pay-per-view formula, you leave iPay-per-view behind. That means you have to have less shows. If that means more often that you'll have, or if you have less shows that are pay-per-view or iPay-per-view, and you have, instead of an iPay-per-view every month, you maybe have two, or you have a regular pay-per-view every 2 months. Perfect. That gives you less money that you have to spend. You can capitalize more on the events that you do have. That's what you're supposed to do when you're independent anyway. And you're going to make a bigger fuss because a lot more people have access to pay-per-view purchases, say like someone like me. your normal casual cable owner who has Fios. I can buy Ring of Honor if they're on standard pay-per-view. But if they go iPay-per-view, they eliminate a lot of their potential. They eliminate a lot of potential customers. It's just it's so mind-boggling how they just don't get with the times. They have great product. They have great wrestling. They just it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. I love the company. I like them more than TNA. I do. It's just frustrating how management works at Ring of Honor.
Yeah. You know what?
You know what?
I was going to say something. Bruce, I get what you're saying when you look at their search results. But look, I don't know if you ever checked their images. Like you search their images, majority of those pictures are guys who are no longer in the roster, like a Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries. They do put guys in the current roster, but majority it's just guys that are not in their roster anymore. That's kind of a little sad there, to be honest with you.
That's what when we were talking about a few months ago, the lack of when I referred to talking about promotions, whether you consider them like a top-tier promotion like WWE, do they sign talent to exclusive contracts? If they do, you're going to keep them around for a lot longer. You'll be able to develop a lot more storylines that go over a certain amount of years that you can't do with Ring of Honor because of the fact that for a long time there they weren't signing individuals to exclusive contracts. And I was telling you, with GFW coming up and now with AAA coming up, now there's going to be even more of a need for Ring of Honor to step up with exclusive contracts.
Ring of Honor, they have a couple of exclusive signings. Red Dragon, Michael Elgin, just to name a few.
Yeah, I'm just saying when we talked about it like 2 or 3 months ago, it wasn't the norm for them, and I was saying that's something that they have to do for people to consider them like, the top two or to replace TNA. TNA has a lot of those exclusive contracts where they can't get signed off. You can do independents just as long as it's not televised. Okay, that's fine. Ring of Honor should do something along those lines, but they can't because a lot of their big-name talent gets signed away by either TNA or WWE. And, again, I think that's just the old style of thinking of the territory, thinking of the upper management in Ring of Honor instead of global New Age management similar to WWE or New Japan even for that matter. I mean, look, everyone knows that even with New Japan, similar to TNA's contract structure where, yes, we'll sign an exclusive deal with you when you can only appear on New Japan TV. Yes, you could appear at other independent shows as long as they're not televised. New Japan and TNA pretty much have the same style deals with their talent. Ring of Honor, with the exception of those three that you just mentioned, they don't do that with the majority of the roster. And I always said to you guys, hey, that's something that I wish they would change to make them considered top tier. That and have more West Coast events if they're going to consider themselves national. I mean, TNA does shit at least once or twice a year. Even on a shitty year, TNA still's out here twice a year on the West Coast. Then you can consider yourself national. But when is the last time Ring of Honor actually came out on the West Coast?
Years ago.
Last year.
And then the year before that? What about this year?
I don't know. If they have, I haven't, been looking out for it.
Yeah. So they're quick, right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick. Let's take a real quick break, and we'll be right back with some WH Radio. We got like 30 minutes probably left here on the show. We'll be right back.
Did you botch?
I didn't botch. This is my fucking laptop acting stupid, as you already know.
All right.
Shout out to my laptop. Shout out to my laptop who's acting stupid, so I can't play no commercial right away.
All right.
So let's just keep talking.
I'll do it. I'll do it then. We'll be right back.
Wrestling, I watch that. Kick pads, I wear those. ACH, I am that. WrestlingHeads, I listen to that. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. All right.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling, discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and WrestlingHeads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. And get you to make a weekly wrestling podcast commercial.
They just send me one.
I'm ready to find out what the hell that ACH soundbite was about.
Okay.
Oh, we were outside. Hey, I can tell you the stories.
Yeah, tell them. I want to know.
Basically, I'm not sure if Bruce was there. Myself, Oscar, and Toby, and we asked him, can he do a soundbite? And he just started rapping, basically. And, yeah, shot the ACH.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
But before we continue, let me play one more ad for us.
Hold on. Before you play, I just want to say I am honored that this person did this ad for us. So I want to give that shout out to that person. And Bruce, I don't think you never heard this, but all I gotta say is, get ready to fly.
This guy. It might botch again, though, just so you know.
Come on, kids. Come on.
Hey, it's not my fault.
He dropped the ball.
It's not my fault.
He dropped the ball hard.
You're not Snitsky there.
I am dropping the ball. I'm dropping the ball big time. You know what? We're just gonna play this next. Oh, never mind. What's up? This is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Yeah, it's botching big time. So,
oh my God! Oh,
hey,
hold on. You mean to tell me that we had an AJ Styles shit that didn't work?
Hey, it works. It's just my laptop acting stupid. It works. It's my laptop.
Come on, Oscar. Don't drop the ball, bro. You take over.
Hey, I'm dropping the ball tonight.
Skits had that damn thing for 2 days. He has not put it on our Wrestling Heads auto clip. So, I don't know. So, you got to boo Skits here.
Skits dropping the ball.
Skits is
hold
working
on.
too, so
We have a fucking AJ Styles clip, and you guys are fucking up, and you're teasing me in the process?
I know. Skits.
Fuck you. Fuck you both. I'm hanging up here.
Hey.
What's up? This is phenomenal AJ Styles. Down here in LA, kicking with the BWG Bucks myself. Freaking great tournament. All the tournament is freaking amazing. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, anybody needs to listen to Wrestling Heads podcast.
There you go.
Oh, that was awesome. That shit was sick.
And who made it? And who's the one that made him did it? I did. I told AJ Styles to do it.
You didn't make him. You asked him.
Whatever.
You made it. You asked him.
Nah, man. He put a gun to his head and he told him to do it.
If it weren't for me, it would never happen. So at least I went up to AJ Styles and because I told him to do it. Because I said, I got your Bullet Club shit. I got your club. What the fuck?
Oscar's losing their shit.
And I even told you before the show started, I even said I'm going to get AJ Styles to do a sound by, and he did it.
Why is Oscar marking out right now, though?
Oscar's losing
because he knows how much I'd mark out
it.
for it. So thank you, Oscar. Thank you.
Yeah,
that shit was sick.
Kids would not even do it. The only
I got some more. We got some more for you. I got some more for you. Just letting you know. And we'll play those we'll play those in some other shows. So
I'm sorry, but
we need a super bad clip right now. We need the little you bitched out, no, I bitched out kind of deal. We need that right now for Skits, you know?
I think the only way Skits could top that.
He's the one that said he's gonna do it. I got everybody else's, just about almost.
Yeah, But the only way Skits could top that, if he could get like either John Cena, Hulk Hogan, or Austin to do a soundbite for us. That's the only way he can do it.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because you got the number one free agent on the Indies right now doing that. So
you're right. You're right. Argue that for sure.
Yeah, you're right, Oscar. Now Skits has got to step it up.
Yes. Skits, go get John Cena. Go get
John
Cena now.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not going to brag on the guys who I got, so I'm just going to play them. So next time or whatever. So it is what it is. I got the future. But, yeah, let's continue with this talk. I'm not going to lie. Bruce, you actually had some fucking good points over here about the whole ROH situation. But I don't know, man.
I want ROH on my cable TV. I want to fucking DVR it again, you know?
Dude,
I missed that shit on HDNet.
I want Ring of Honor to be one of the best. I mean, they are one of the best. I want them to be going head-to-head with somebody. I mean, it kind of seems like TNA and ROH are kind of having, you know, a little beef right now. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a war, but, you know, it's over talent, you know?
True. When's the last? All right, here's something stupid. When's the last time we actually heard of ROH trending on Twitter, for example? I can't really remember the last time.
They were trending at Best in the World.
Okay, and then how often would we hear about TNA trending on Twitter? A few times that they would be on. I've heard TNA trend Twitter more often than I've heard Ring of Honor trend Twitter. So that just gives you a little bit of example of what I'm talking about. Ring of Honor should be much more mainstream than what they are now. And I wish they would just put some money into it or get some stronger partnerships on TV to make that happen.
Yeah, instead of partnering with, like, some random law offices and shit, like, they always have airing on their fucking commercials and shit.
Exactly. It's small-time shit. If you want to make, like, a massive... if you want to make a massive impact, partner with somebody fucking huge. Partner with... Shit, I don't know, what would be big right now? Apple. Partner with, like, Google, and then have Google, like, advertise your show on every single Android device. Something stupid like that, but massive. Don't do, like, something local in your hometown.
Yeah, well, actually, I think ROH is partnership with some car insurance company, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're always doing some dumb shit with, like, car insurance companies, or, fuck, they did something with, like, some sex hotline, like, fucking a few months ago.
Wow.
Like, people were like, what the fuck?
That's just ghetto, cheesy, and that just talks like, that's small-minded shit. You would never see WWE ever be caught dead doing something like that. Now, I can understand Ring of Honor doing that when you don't have national TV exposure on every cable channel. I can understand them. There is no excuse for TNA still pumping out commercials of fucking little insurance companies.
Honestly, if you're Ring of Honor, you should switch up your product. Don't even compete with the WWE or TNA. Pretty much base your product around the fact that Ring of Honor is the place to go before the big leagues. Figure out, basically tell people that, you know, this is the place to see your future WWE stars. And I bet you they'll draw better that way.
Or just come here to see the future, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you. And model that and hit up like new age commercials that are geared towards next gen or geared towards the younger population, like the MTV
even go
crowd.
Out of your way and try to make a video game. I'm sure people would be into that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? Ring of Honor, if they came up with a video game, I'll be on it. I'll be the first person in fucking line, dude.
Hell yeah.
Ring of Honor should have came up with a video game a long time ago. Let's just be honest.
I mean, the TNA video game was fucking terrible. I think we can all agree on that.
You're also absolutely correct again.
I'll be honest with you, I never even played that TNA game.
That's how it shows you how shitty it was.
That's awesome. Yeah, you weren't missing anything, Oscar. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. But I can't wait for 2K15.
Oh, 2K15 is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and by the way, if I want to play some ROH characters, I just go in the online communities and then just download like ACH and Adam Cole. I could put him on there, and probably would have downloaded some freaking ROH's arena.
Surprised you said ACH with your hatred for ACH.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
he has a little bit.
Oh, you see, you admitted you hate ACH. Fuck you, dickhead.
What?
Fuck you.
Okay, just for that,
Yes,
I'm gonna download ACH and I'll make him lose to Great Khali.
Oh no!
Wow.
This guy's a hater. No.
Man,
I have some breaking news.
I'm a heel
Breaking
now.
news about
That's a heel move.
breaking news. I have some breaking news about the Lucha Underground.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you probably already know, but a lot of people probably don't know. But Ezekiel Jackson is going to be there?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I knew that. Ezekiel Jackson will be there. I mean, there's some...
You call that big news? Who?
Okay,
Who?
hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah, who cares about that guy? Really?
Hold on.
Hold
on. That's not the actual news I want to give out. Frankie Kazarian was offered a deal, and he turned it down, as did the Young Bucks. The Bucks and Frankie Kazarian was offered deals to be at this event, and they both turned down.
Apparently, I believe so did the Seidel brothers.
Yeah, both the Seidel brothers as well.
Yeah, Matt and Mike. So.
Yeah, it's just a Triple R promotion I'm telling you about. Their show, I think it's going to be called Lucha Underground.
Apparently, they're trying to sign people to exclusive contracts. Anybody got some confirmation on that one?
Yeah,
I heard
I
some things online about that.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get Chavo to sign an exclusive contract, but a lot of talent don't want to sign an exclusive contract, like the Young Bucks and them. I mean,
who's going to sign an exclusive contract with a fucking indie promotion? Come on. Especially a no-name indie promotion. No offense.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're no name. I will not say because they've been around Mexico
no name.
for years.
Okay, that's the wrong thing to say, but they don't have the credibility of a Ring of Honor or a PWG or anything like that.
It makes sense as to why they're going to get so many people turning them down.
Exactly.
Well, Bruce, I know you're expanding like just me. I mean, you knew Triple R for a while. I mean, you probably heard of the promotion. I want to say, is that the biggest promotion of Mexico, or is it CMLL, the biggest Mexican promotion out there in Mexico? I don't know what will you like. Which would you?
I'd probably say AAA.
Now it's AAA, and that's changed in the past 4 or 5 years. Before it was CMLL, and that's where everyone was at 10, 15 years ago. But just lately, like AAA gets all the new acquisitions. They're all the talk in the news. So I'd have to go with AAA right now.
Plus, they brought in the Del Rio and Mysterio situation. So.
Oh yeah, and then
it's
funny you mentioned that. Del Rio announced that he actually went to court over the stipulation that the clause that WWE had. Apparently, when they let him go abruptly, they wrote him a specific type of clause that hasn't been done before, and they said you can't wrestle for a year. So they're just like, oh, this is just fucking ridiculous. How am I going to make a living for a year when it's not even the standard 90 days? So when he went to court completely threw out that clause. So he can start, and he went to the press conference yesterday for AAA, stating that he's going to show up at the AAA next pay-per-view, and he'll actually be performing without any lawsuits, litigations against AAA or himself. So I was surprised that it happened that quick, and whatever judge was looking over that case just saw how absurd it was for WWE to, basically outlaw him from making a living for a year.
Plus, Del Rio got fucked out of his job. Let's be honest. I mean, after all the comments that social media manager made against him, he deserved that slap in the face. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. I totally agree. And that guy should have also been fired, but he still has a job. Somehow, some way, that fuck still has a job. And this isn't the first time that he's done it.
It's like the same thing with Jim Ross. He got fired over the Ric Flair situation. Yet Ric Flair can fucking appear on WWE TV whenever.
Yeah, that makes no sense at all.
Yeah,
WWE logic.
And just to let our listeners know that he's no longer Alberto Del Rio. He's El Patron Alberto. That's his new name, right? if I'm not mistaken, Bruce. Yeah, El Patron. So their real name is pretty much dead now. So El Patron is actually, it means the boss. That's what it means. So that's his new name, and that's why I used to call him that. But my question to you, is can he perform or can he wrestle in the United States now, or is that still in his clause?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE caused it to default back to the standard 90-day clause in the U.S. Either way, he's signed to an exclusive deal with AAA right now. Now that he got that 1-year clause. What I remembered was he announced on his interviews that the 1-year clause was based on U.S. only. And I'm like, okay, whether it be a year and it's slapped down to 90 or it's completely abolished, either way, being with AAA, he won't have to worry about it because it's in Mexico, A. And then, B, the only time that's going to be an issue is how quickly does AAA start appearing on United States TV. If AAA is going to show up on U.S. TV anytime in the next 3 months, then it makes sense as to why AAA and Alberto would have his lawyers go to WWE and go to court immediately, so that way if Alberto showed up on AAA TV and let's say it starts airing in Texas in about 2 weeks, WWE has no right to sue. So hopefully they got everything taken care of where there's no problems with it. The person, oh God, what's Alberto's real name? What is it, Rodriguez? If he shows up on U.S. TV on AAA, hopefully there won't be any issues. And he got it thrown out, so he's good to go. And
to bring up Del Rio, do you guys see him doing any American independent dates?
No, he said he's done with American Independence.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And I don't blame him.
Well,
if you can get offered tons of money to do exclusives, and I think he just prefers the Mexican market anyway. It's okay. More power to him.
With his style, he's a great wrestler, so he could have some phenomenal matches with some of these guys in the States. But sucks that he's going to be limited to the Mexican market, unfortunately.
You know what? He would be great for his kind of brutal style over in Ring of Honor. TNA could have used him well.
Not as their world champion like they wanted right away, but
well,
yeah. You see, Bruce, the show I'm going to, that Super All English show having Lucha Underground. I'm actually going to the tapings this weekend. Yeah, and I look in the list. There's Ezekiel Jackson. Maxine is going to be there. If y'all remember Maxine, she was in the WWE.
Yeah, totally.
Savannah, she's going to be there too.
Wasn't Maxine on ECW first?
Well, no, she was that NXT thing, the women's NXT.
Oh, that Maxine. Okay.
Yeah, that Maxine. Yeah, her. And
isn't that Melina's sister?
I have no idea.
Maxine is John Cena's sister?
No, Melina.
No, Melina.
Let me look it up.
I'm not quite sure. But all I know is Chavo Guerrero's going to be there. Chris Smash is going to be there. I think even John Morrison's going to be there. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about John Morrison.
You said who?
No, they're not. They're not related.
Oh, okay.
They're not related.
Yeah, John Morrison's going to be there supposedly. So there's going to be some big names, and Evo Lisa's going to be there too. So, yeah, I just see I'll let you know what's going on when I go there this weekend, and it's free. So,
yeah, you know what? Just let everybody know that's listening that need results and or anything like that. Make sure you follow us at WrestlingHeads, and Oscar, he should be there live, and he's going to have everything down packed for that. So
and,
we'll see what's up. It's a TV taping.
Even bring
taping. So
yep.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to TV taping. I don't know how many episodes they're going to be filming, so I'll see how it is out there. So.
And for you guys who are not able to catch the iPay-per-view for Ring of Honor, we'll be providing results over there with the Wrestling Podcast this Saturday night as well as a couple of other shows as well. So stay tuned to that.
Yeah, you are going to that show too, right?
Hell yeah. We're doing lunch with Kazarian and Daniels beforehand as well.
You are so lucky, I'll tell you that right now.
Looking
crazy
forward
how
to
you
it.
won that. It's crazy how you won the contest.
Yeah, the lunch and the tickets. Yeah, I don't even have to pay for my tickets now. I'm pretty soaked.
Lucky bastard.
Check it out on iPay-per-view, folks. Check out my boys, the Monster Mafia.
I'm actually posting their promo right now on WrestlingHeads right now as we speak. That's funny that you mentioned it. I just saw it.
Check those boys out. They're gonna kill it, and I hope Ring of Honor does the right thing and finally signs those boys.
They should have been signed a while back. I remember we had Ethan Page here on, he said that was their goal to sign a Ring of Honor, so that's where they want to be. I think it's time to sign them dudes.
They've been putting in the work. Hell yeah.
And they're gonna be in their home, and they're gonna be home too.
Just listen to the reaction they'll get on Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be something really, really special.
I'm gonna have to order it somehow and watch it later.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? There's something I wanted to discuss. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's two things involved with WWE. Number one, they're bringing Jerry Springer to Raw next week. And you know where this is going with the stupid Bella Twins thing.
And they dropped all the
like,
Michael Sam references.
Yeah, what's going on with that? How did that
too.
even come about to begin with?
Okay, on Raw Monday, they said they want to invite Michael Sam to come to Raw and talk about his release from the St. Louis Rams.
Why did he get released in the first place?
Because I'm a Rams fan, I know why. It's because they have too much depth in that position. They really don't need much defensive end help, to be honest with you. They got a Pro Bowler there, and if he made the team, he will always be a backup in St. Louis. But I don't know. Maybe he's undersized. He gets pushed around pretty easily. The guy looked pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't mind having him in the team, but they didn't decide to keep him, so they cut him. So, but today, I think in the NFL Network or whatever, they announced that the Dallas Cowboys signed him to their practice squad. It's almost like pretty much that's their developmental. So he's signed with this. And now that happened today, WWE is going to drop the whole Michael Sam thing. I'm assuming it's because WWE is trying to lure more viewers to their product. Like example, if say Michael Sam did agree to come to WWE Raw next week, I think a lot of news coverage will be talking about Michael Sam coming to Raw, and you have all these media hype for Raw, and that could have caused more ratings for WWE. I think that's what they're trying to do. That's what it looks like to me. And another thing, they're going against the NFL because the football season is about to start actually tomorrow. But first Monday night program, there you go. It's next Monday night.
That's what it is. I'm basically trying to figure out why on earth is it on the first week of September. Are they trying to have either a wrestling personality or B, any personalities period come on WWE TV? And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's got to be a reason why all of a sudden, why would they care about bringing an athlete or a TV host? So I'm thinking two things. One, it's the beginning of the new TV season, and two, it's beginning of football season. So it only makes sense as to why they would attract, the most recent, NFL controversial, athlete at the time. And, of course, Jerry Springer is just going to be a personality that's going to help them, give them a little bit of mainstream attention. I mean, not much, but maybe a little bit. Okay, it's something, but at least I see them doing something that they haven't done really all summer long. All summer long, they really haven't bothered trying to bring in any other personalities to try to attract people to watch TV. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more guest hosts or co-stars at between now and the end of the year.
You know what? Remember when they had those guest hosts, they brought in Shaq and Hugh Jackson? I actually was enjoying that stuff. Especially when Shaq came in, he got in the Big Show's face, that was actually pretty cool, and I was hoping they bring in LeBron James, see what he'll do,
I remember that.
Hold on, you said who?
I said I wouldn't mind him bringing LeBron James. Let's see what he will do.
Who's
your favorite?
Yeah, I don't know who LeBron James is. Please tell me who's LeBron.
Who's that guy?
It's somebody that you want in the Los Angeles Lakers.
I never wanted him in the Lakers.
Come on, you want Carmelo and you want LeBron. Come on.
I'll take Carmelo over LeBron any day.
Yeah. I just can't wait for that Lakers season. Woohoo! But anyways.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are close to ending WH Radio. Again, All-Star Extravaganza this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Go order that pay-per-view. Great card. Again, you got Adam Cole against AJ Styles. You got the Bucks going against Red Dragon for the ROH tag titles. Monster Mafia is going to be at All-Star Extravaganza. You also got Michael Elgin going against Jay Briscoe. You got ACH going against Jay Lethal. Go order this shit. It's well worth it. You got some all-stars on this fucking show, so go do that. All-star, make sure you follow WrestlingHeads this weekend, as Oscar will be live at Lucha Underground. Make sure you check out all the results. We will have that on deck.
Well, my question is, what time is All-Star? What's the call?
7:30.
7:30 Eastern time, right?
Correct.
Okay, I gotta see what's up with this Lucha Underground show. What time that starts, because they haven't said anything. So we'll see what happens.
So it's definitely going down, people. A lot of wrestling this weekend. I believe Shakara has a show too. I want to say that.
Yeah.
Shakara has a show too.
I think so too. But that's what we need Tom here. Tom is the fucking Chikara mark here.
So either go ahead and choose Chikara or choose Ring of Honor people this weekend. Go watch some wrestling. By the way, again, WrestlingHeads is Twitter to follow. WrestlingHeads.com is the website to check out all the news from WWE to TNA, Ring of Honor, Independence, International section. We got blogs up there. Written by guys like Oscar, ROH Code, Chris. We also have our other writers, Kiana, Nick, et cetera, et cetera. We have a lot of writers, so I'm not going to name them all, but they know who they are. Go check it out. Also, be on the lookout. I have something coming, and I've definitely been working on it.
All right. Well, I just got some breaking news. Joey and Candice turned down the AAA deal as well. They just announced that right now, and it's also saying that the venue is going to look like an old warehouse compared to, if you guys remember, Wrestling Society X. It's going to be something like that. That's what I'm told. So, yeah.
Here's some additional breaking news. I turned down a contract with AAA also. What a coincidence.
Damn. So, I don't know. I was hoping to bring some wrestlers from Mexico as well. Mix it up, you know what I'm saying? So, but my question to all you guys is, I told you, did I ever ask you guys this? But I might already did. But if this AAA thing does exist, will New Japan do something in the United States?
They're going to have to. If not, they're going to miss out on a lot of momentum that they've gained in the U.S.
Well, I can tell you this now. Maybe this was announced earlier, but Martin from Tough Enough actually signed a deal with them, so he's going to be a AAA regular. You know, remember the guy Martin from Tough Enough? The guy who actually looked pretty good in the ring. He got hurt during the process, so he's going to be part of it. So, all right.
Marcus, is that what his name was?
Martin. He has the same hairdo like
Martin.
Evan Bourne has, something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember it.
Yeah, that he signed it. He was going to be in AAA. But anyways, you guys can follow me at Sinister632. Most likely this week I'm going to be back on doing my classic match of the week on WrestlingHeads.com. Check out WrestlingHeads.com. Always check it out. We always post some real good shit. We don't post up people's birthdays, none of that stuff. And
Hey, hold on. Let me say something real quick. Shout out to fucking ECW Arena. He's fucking fat. You got something to say? Call up, all right?
Really. He's back. Okay. And, just check that out. You can follow me also on Instagram and Vine with Sinister632. Just check. Not only check my blogs, check everybody else's stuff on WrestlingHeads.com. And hopefully Skits will post that video of Rosa Mendes' ass on WrestlingHeads.com. So yeah, go ahead. Let's do that.
Well, that's it. So now, Matt, you want to throw out something?
Yeah, I'll throw out my plugs this weekend. Like I said, Ring of Honor coverage, plus Fight Bluer Cup coverage, and Squared Circle Live coverage as well at Weekly W Podcast. Check that out. And we'll be having some video interviews with some guys like Silas Young, ACH, and others to come.
Bruce.
Alrighty. So go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything at Bruce Kraft Jr. Kraft spelled with a K.
And if you don't like us, don't listen to us. That's all I want to say. So then, peace.
WH Radio. We are the best in the world.